Welcome back to another video. As you can see, it's a beautiful start of the day already. Seem flawless, right? But that's usually what my morning routines look like. I mean, sometimes I do slack. Most of the time, that's what I would like it to be like. Today, actually, I did miss out on something, which is fine, right? But the goal is to not make it a habit. Like, I usually want to do like a little workout in the morning for like 10 or 15 minutes, whether it's hitting the cycling machine for that long, or maybe just do like some high intensity workout, right, for 10 or 15 minutes. But I wasn't able to do that today. Long story short, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day today as well. The topic for today actually is procrastination and how we can limit that, because to be honest, as much as I write my goals on a daily basis, sometimes I do tend to like move stuff around, and it has affected me like in a whole lot of ways. For example, let me show you guys this. Alexa,
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Please check your Wi-Fi network.
you guys heard that? So I just moved to this apartment not too long ago, but I recently switched my internet as well because my previous one was straight up doo-doo, right? So got this new one, which is fire. Gives me like a whole much more better upload speed. But long story short, that was like a month ago, and all my electronic devices, because I try to have all the smart bulb and all the laziness, right? So all of them are connected to the Wi-Fi, but since I switched on Wi-Fi, I haven't updated the network on those stuff yet. So all these things I've been on for like a whole month straight, which is very scary, right? Because look, if I was paying electricity bill like separately, it's definitely gonna cost me a whole lot of money, and that's what usually procrastination does. Like it costs us like a whole lot more down the road by decisions that we making today to not do the things that needed to be done. And one reason why people usually procrastinate stuff is by thinking that things can be done later on. It's better for them to do it later on because they don't want to do it now. And usually what that does, like, it just become part of us, right? Like when the day comes, like when tomorrow comes, you want to move it to another day, to another tomorrow. The reality is tomorrow will never end, right? There will always be another tomorrow. So it's up to you to be disciplined enough to like handle it today, whether you're comfortable or not, but just get it done. Another thing that causes procrastination as well is having too much stuff on your to-do list. Because when they have so much stuff and start coming to like the midday, end of the day, things happen, right? Like sometimes like you may not have to, you would have to like push stuff around. It just becomes like a whole lot more difficult for like you to complete like the whole list that you have. So another solution that I have for that now is as well like keeping my to-do like short and very precise. Like 3 things. I usually pick like 3 things that needs to get done today and just focus on those 3 things, right? If I'm able to finish those 3 things and still have some more time, then I'll pick back from like the bigger picture, like the bigger goal for the week. Get something from there, get it done. And that is not going to be like that all the time, right? Like you can finish 3 things that you need to get done, because sometimes too, like even those 3 things, you may not be able to complete them. But at least instead of you having to move like 5 things to tomorrow, maybe you only have like 1 or 2 things that you can move to tomorrow. Then focus on 1 more thing that you can add to the list, make it 3. The point I'm trying to make actually is compound effect, right? It's more effective to do the little things continuously, and over time that will add up to like big thing, right? It's like breaking down your goals to like little steps. Do like bit by bit by bit by bit, and by the time you realize it down the road, boom, like you've got to somewhere that you actually want it to be. That's what happened as well, like on the opposite side. When you start moving stuff today, Things that you need to get done today, start moving them today, move it tomorrow, move it to another tomorrow, move it to a week, a different week, move it to a month. By the time you realize it's 6 months down the road, right? And a good example for that actually is what I'm going through right now, which is my car problem, right? Like I was supposed to fix my car like a long time ago. Had like minor problems like alignment, maybe like fix the tire sensor, maybe get an oil change. But I usually feel like that's something I can do next week, right? That's how I was feeling. By the time I realized it, 6 months down the road, now it's become like a whole bigger problem. I have to put like a whole lot more money to it now. And actually that car is not good anymore because the engine gave up on me. That is because of the little stuff that I skipped to do like a long time ago. And it's kind of scary now when I'm going back to my journal, looking like 6 months back, and I start seeing the trends. Like every single month I have like fix my car or fix this stuff. It's crazy how I moved that to down the road in a month, and to the point where it becomes like too late now. So I'm trying to help you guys to avoid stuff like that, like things that need to be get done, do it like immediately, and keep it short and concise. Keep your goals short and concise, and just focus on what you need to get done today and do that. Another reason why we procrastinate as well is perfection, because all of us usually have this idea of like wanting to make things like perfect as we can, right? For example, again, me when it comes to like content creation, sometimes I feel like I need a specific camera for me to create content, or I need this light for me to like improve my lighting, which is not that bad, right? It's growth mindset. But then again, like you have to start working with what you have right now. Focus on like what you have, the tools that you have, and work with those. And when it gets to the time that you can afford the other stuff, then you can get them, right? And continue your work. So that's the mindset that I'm on now. Like just use what I have right now, create with what I have, and just keep going. So that can apply to like you as well. Like don't focus on making things best for like everyone, because the reality is sometimes like even some things that you may think is perfect to you, it may not be to somebody else. So at the end of the day, like you just have to do your best with what you have, and that's actually more rewarding, because within you know that you worked to your capability, you worked to like what you have, you did your best. The other reason why people procrastinate as well is lack of motivation. Sometimes we just don't have the willpower at all to like do certain stuff, right? But the way I solve that is I make sure there's purpose to every single stuff that I put on my to-do list, and I try to focus on the effects, on the negative effects, like what would happen if I don't do this today. For example, again, I wanted to learn Python, right? And the reason why I wanted to learn Python is for me to like, one, improve on my skill sets, which will improve my abilities to like earn more, right? The reason why I want to earn more is because I want to create the ultimate life that I dream of living, which is traveling around the world, right? Or having a job that I can do remotely. That's why I wanted to learn Python. So my goals right now is I want to do Python every single morning, right? Every single day, whether it's just for like 1 minute, or if I don't have the energy to do for like, did I just say 1 minute? So whether it's just for like an hour, right? Do Python every single day for just 1 hour. Even days I'm not able to do for 1 hour, if I can do it for just 10 minutes, learn one single stuff for 10 minutes, I just won't do that, right? Just focus on consistency. And the way that connects to my motivation is, if I don't do it today, then it means that I'm going out of my system, and it also means that the more I go out of my system, the more harder it becomes for me to achieve the ultimate goal that I want to achieve. So that's how I see it. One last thing that also causes procrastination is lack of energy, right? Again, that also connects when we have too much to do. So that's why I say focus on like 3 things that you want to get done today, and try to do your best to get those done. The ultimate goal is compound effect. The more little things that you do consistently, will eventually add over time. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys find value in this content. Please consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. Check out my other content. I do a whole lot of inspirational stuff like this, vlogs, travel vlogs, and also lots of DIYs. So thanks again. But to be honest, I really enjoy doing stuff like this because, one, as selfish as it may sound, like, it actually helps me become a better person as well. Like, I learn a whole lot from like teaching stuff, or even from like giving my own opinion on certain things, right, that I've learned, or just try to share good things about me, right, even bad things as well, so you guys don't have to make those mistakes of the bad things I've gone through. Because sometimes not just all about the positive things we do, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all are very well capable of making mistakes. And one thing that I learned actually from the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is the best way that you can learn is by teaching what you've learned to somebody else. That's the best way you can retain what you learn. So that's essentially what I'm doing here. So whatever good things or bad things that I've learned or experienced, I want to share with the world so you guys can learn from the good things and try to avoid the bad things that I've been through. So thanks so much. Let me know in the comments below what was your favorite part of this video, and also if I did miss any tips to help limit procrastination, you can leave those in the comments as well. I'll read them out. Thanks again, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.